Hello everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome to another video. So I'm not quite sure of the timeline of release. I mean, at the moment I'm looking like I've got a Beatles haircut. So the previous video that went out, there's going to be a time frame to stuff like continuity with kind of like hairstyles and things. The third video, hair's going to be different. No mustache, hair different. Anyway, whatever. Nobody really cares about that. But in any case, something that's very interesting I wanted to make a quick video on. So again, timelines are important. So I made the side quest video like preview yesterday, late yesterday. Kabam let us know some information which I think is really important. That particular information is the following: have you had a problem with having your stash a load of tier 5 basics and tier 2 alpha? Well, what is happening in this new update is summoners will now be able to sell tier 4 and tier 5 class catalyst, right? So that's something which I can imagine I forgot about that as well. That would also help to get tier 6 class catalyst, but I'm not sure you'd really want to sell a load of tier 5, and I don't think you're going to get very much, if honest. And also you get tier 5 you can sell tier 5 basic catalyst and tier 2 alpha, which is again fantastic. I just realized I'm mid quest and I need to access my game. That's annoying. Always a professional, aren't I, when I'm kind of like trying to kind of put stuff together. I need to finish off this kind of fight as soon as possible. It's just I was auto fighting it and uncollected, so I just thought, oh, I'll just whack this in whilst I'm trying to like farm some units. So apologies there, a little bit of kind of like auto fighting, not auto fighting gameplay. But look, as a player like myself that's Paragon or early to Paragon, and I think it's not just Paragon, it's other players as well. You're going to your stash, which we're going to try and access right now. We're going to go to home and then kind of go across, collect my 4-hour crystal. That's important as well. So I'm trying to do some admin in game whilst I'm trying to like do this stuff. As revives are expiring, oh no! You can see there's a lot of stuff here. Like, of course, I've got to sell things like tier 1 alpha because I don't use it. But then it comes to a point of going, look at that, you know. I've got tier 5 basic, I've got tier 2 alpha. There's not champions that I would kind of necessarily rank up right now. There's obviously going to be champions I'd rank up that require those particular bits and of items. But, you know, like I'm just going to click sell now for all these things, which is going to come up with that. You know, am I going to confirm that? Of course I am. And then it's going to clean house, leaving some of the rarer items which are there. But it's still in my stash. And again, the same issue that I said, like, depending on where you are in the game, you may feel like you want to get rid of them. Let's just kind of go. When do they become like a point where I'm going to be using them? Rank 5ing a champion. 5. Okay. If I was rank heavy with certain champions, then yes, I can see there's been a good need to keep them in my stash. But a lot of the time, they expire more than anything. I seem to be getting a lot more tier 5 basics and tier 2 alpha. And of course, the best thing about like acquiring them, especially if you're Paragon, is that you will kind of grab a load of them in. I don't know if this is very much a Paragon related problem. Put in the comment section if you're lower than Paragon and Paragon and upwards. Obviously there's people like Valiant out there, and of course Valiant is still there hasn't been a massive breakaway from Valiant and Paragon players yet. I think that will start to be really felt as of next month. There's a lot of things that need to be dealt with when it comes to the Valiant and kind of everyone else kind of split, especially as rank 3 7 stars. I just I don't know. I'm still not feeling it when it comes to like how fair that is to matchmake, and it's becoming much more important now. It's starting to creep in where you will need to have rank 3 7 stars in things like Alliance Wars and in Battlegrounds decks, and people will say no, that's not the case. Look, we're facing off against more of them in war. You know, it's a case of like we're going up against 300k hit pool Alliance Wars fights. Had that today. You know, this is the thing about it's going to be more important, and this is the early stages, and sadly you might have to be on the front foot and go and you know, get Necropolis 100%, especially if you're free to play, because at the moment there's nothing really available to kind of like allow that. But in any case, right, moving on. There are some other bits from this, but I think this is the main thing, like from the notes, which we didn't have available yesterday when I was recording the video that probably just went out. And yeah, so there's kind of a few things here. Fixing piggy bank, sigil UI, crash would sometimes occur. Attempting to purchase 6 and 7 star bundles. Punisher info page, Cerastus auto block failing due to reduced ability accuracy. Okay. Mr. Sinister was not regenning from critical hits. Oh, right. Okay. Well, there you go. People use Mr. Sinister that much. Moondragon was not considering Battlegrounds nodes to be nodes. Weird. But yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? The good news for those that want to sell their Tier 5 Basics and Tier 2 Alpha, your Catalyst stash may be more manageable in future. So that's kind of like good news right there. So that at least quenches a need from players as to this. I've seen, we talked about this on the channel. I've seen threads. People have been talking very actively about this. I think this is going to really satisfy some needs, wants, and desires from the community on this one. I guess it just depends if you want to, if like these like tier 4 basics and stuff. I think actually having the tier 4 basics to sell is actually a really good idea. The reason I say that is that holding them, a lot of the times nowadays I will just hold them in the crystal forms. And the reason I'll hold them in the crystal forms was an example of this. The reason I'll hold them in the crystal forms is that they were either burning through my stash. That's the first thing. Or they're kind of like sitting there in stash doing nothing. Number two, it would be a case of like, as soon as I drop down to 0, I then top them back up again. And a lot of the times, I'm just not topping them back up again. So, and if I wanted them, specific ones, I would just go to the Glory Store to specifically grab tier 4 basic, tier 4 class catalyst. Same thing when it comes to tier 5 class catalyst. Like, I don't want to go over my stash, so I like to keep them there. And of course, that will be the final thing that we've got to mention about this, the increments of what you get back from them. So if you go to sell something, like if we sell a tier 3, you get 180 of the tier 4 cosmic catalyst. Is that going to be increased depending on progression? I doubt it. I don't think it will increase at all. What will be the increment you get back from the tier 5 that you sell, tier 5 class? And we don't know that yet. We'll have to find out next week when that drops in. And so, yeah, like it's going to be interesting as well. The same thing, like when you sell a tier 4 basic, you get 200 tier 5 class catalyst fragments back. What will happen when you sell a tier 5? Will it be 200 that you get back as a result? So yeah, that's really it. I didn't want to make a long video on this one. I just wanted to make like a quick kind of like a point video. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this and this little coverage here. Good news, I will take it as good news. But just, again, the problem when it comes to Kabam is like there's always questions that need to be asked. How much more fragments you're getting back when you sell these particular rare items. But it is rare items. Can't see in shop there, rare items. And that's going to be important as well. Like, we need to find out that. And yeah, good news. Let's take it as good news. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out some other content. We'll be having a big kind of dissection later on some of the subjects that are going to be from the live stream and, over the weekend and going into the month. It's going to be a very busy month. Keep locked to the channel. We're going to cover lots of things. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.